What's up everyone, that's me Stanislav. Most of you probably already know me from my Instagram, from my tips and my e-commerce tips which I'm sharing daily. And here we are, finally made for you something more than just Insta stories or Insta posts with some tips. That's a proper free training which will allow you to start your own shop directly from the beginning, like from scratch. Even if you're a completely beginner, if you know nothing about e-commerce, if you don't know anything of this, you're going to be able to start your own shop just simply by watching this video till the very end and implementing all the knowledge which I'm going to share with you in this video. So I have a limited time, so I'm not going to just waste on further things, and let's just directly jump into my laptop and I'm going to show you everything. How to build a successful online store without investing in inventory, seeing or touching any products. You know, this is actually one of the best parts why I love e-commerce, that you don't actually need to touch any inventory, you know. You don't need to bother yourself with doing all this fulfillment process, you know. You don't need to think where to get the warehouse, where to stock your inventory, how much you need to invest into this inventory. You don't need to know all these things at all. Why? Because when you're working with a dropshipping fulfillment model, supply will take care of everything, you know. So these kind of things, you know, making the process very easy, you know. You just simply need to create the shop and start, you know, without bothering yourself, you know, where to get money into inventory and all that kind of things, you know. You really can start with a very low capital and don't face many different issues with this. So let's go. You guys are probably wondering if it's even worth for you watching this free e-commerce training all the way through, because it's going to take some time. Well, yes, it is, and let me just show you why. I'm just going to show you a few examples of guys who are using my knowledge, you know, some of my students, some of the guys who've been working with me for quite some time. So here we are. As you can see now, guys who are implementing knowledge are doing pretty decent numbers. For example, Max is doing $812 a day with approximately 20% net profit, which is like $160 every single day just in net profit, you know. Mahat made $6,570 in one day as well. And Manuel is $4,408. You know, as you can see, these numbers are just so crazy. You know, as you see, these big numbers, it's mainly influencer advertising, influencer ads, and the smaller ones is Facebook ads. And if you're asking me why the numbers are so big, let's say someone is doing 6K a day and someone only 800, it is because of starting capital, starting budget, you know. If you're working with the budgets, quite limited budgets, I would say, if your budget is like $500 only, maybe $600-700, then definitely you're gonna grow slightly slower, you know. You're not gonna get $6,000 a day after like first 1-2 weeks of work. It will take you a bit longer, it will take you more time. But if your budget is slightly higher, like $2,000-3,000, then definitely you can expect higher returns in a much shorter period of time. As you can see here as well, you know, Marty made $3,267 in 2 weeks, which is very decent numbers, you know. It's very decent considering that he's a beginner as well. Damiano made $1,089, which is crazy. It's completely crazy. And Idir made $7,000 in 1 month, you know. As you can see, different people with different budgets are achieving different results, you know. It's totally in your hands, you know. As more starting capital you have, as more you can make, and obviously as more you can invest in the advertising, you know. That's the main part. So let's go next. Few more guys, as you can see, Jordan, Shama, and Amir. Shama made $2,000 in one day. Jordan made $4,600 in one day as well. And Amir made 3.2K as well in one day. That's all the numbers of the guys who are working with me for already more, you know, than 6-7 weeks. This is the guys with whom I'm working for quite some time, you know. This is not the numbers which you can expect in the first week of implementing this knowledge which I'm sharing with you. These numbers you can expect a bit later. I'm just very transparent with you, so you will understand that it takes time to achieve these numbers, Just be patient and you will reach them as well. So if you stay right till the end, I promise you, you'll learn how to launch a $10,000 plus month store. And why I'm talking about $10,000 when I'm showing you all these crazy numbers like $1 million in month, $350,000 in month. Why? Because you have to understand that you are a beginner. Before you make $300,000 a month, you must make 10K first. That's just a simple rule. You have to understand this. I'm into e-commerce for many years, and till I reached these numbers, it took me years till I learned all these small things, all these small details, and I finally understand how to scale the shops, how to jump into really big numbers. So at the first we will aim only for $10,000 plus a month, and then you're gonna slowly scale your shops. I will also show how to scale the stores, which strategies I'm using, but firstly, patiently, we're gonna aim for $10,000 plus a month. So after this free e-commerce training, you will learn the exact strategies on how to launch a profitable online shop step by step, and you'll make $10,000 a month or more whilst traveling around the world or work from the comfort of your home. As many of you might know, I'm living in Dubai for the past 6 years, and I'm working in many different places every single day. Today I can work from home like I'm doing this right now. I can do it from any coffee shop if I want. If I decide to travel back in my home country or on Bali, I can easily just take my laptop with me, get a hotel with a Wi-Fi, and I can work from there, you know. All I need is just Wi-Fi and the laptop. That's all I need, nothing else. It's very simple. That's one of the reasons why I love e-commerce as well so much. So let's go next. As you can see, anyone can do this. Even absolute beginner will understand how and where to start. You don't need to have a college degree or massive starting capital. That's very beneficial. You don't need to buy any inventory. That was my mistakes at the very beginning. I was buying all these massive inventories, hundreds of units just to make this wholesale price. And I was keeping all this stock at my home. I even have some pictures in my Instagram, probably some of you guys already saw it, how my first shops back in 2014, back in 2017, they used to look like with all this inventory at home. But now, using dropshipping fulfillment model, we don't need all this inventory, and we don't need all this huge starting capital, you know. You can start with as low as $500, which you will spend mainly on the ads, and that's it. It's very easy. And all you need to do is to complete this training and strictly follow all tips which I'm about to share with you. Just don't try to create bicycles, simply follow all I'm showing, and you're gonna achieve the target which I showed you in the previous slide, and the target is $10,000 a month. So let me show you my 5 main secrets on how to launch a successful online store. Secret number 1 is choosing the right niche. Secret number 2 is how to find the winning products that you never touch, see, or ship. Guys, I'm going to show you all the secrets one by one without explaining them, and then after I'm going to talk about them, you know, like more detailed. Secret number 3 is building your online store without having any upfront skills or code knowledge. Secret number 4, I will show all necessary applications for your online store. Secret number 5 is the most efficient marketing strategies for different starting capital to start generating sales for your store immediately. So guys, why e-commerce? Why I chose e-commerce? Why so many people talking about e-commerce? Why it's better than anything else? Why, let's say, it's better than flipping NFTs, or why it's better than trading, forex trading, or crypto trading, or maybe Airbnb or any other way of making money. So the main reason is that you can do this from anywhere in the world. That's one of the primary things. That's, as I told you before, you know, you can work from any coffee shop, from any place, from any country. You don't need to have any inventory at all. You will use dropshipping fulfillment model, you know, which means that all your inventory will be held by the supplier. Mainly it can be either in China or it can be in USA if you're targeting only USA market, you know, it's totally up to you. Mainly I like to use China because from China you can achieve the fastest shipping worldwide. In like 7 to 10 days it will be shipped everywhere in the world, including like Europe, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada and USA. And You don't need to pay for products upfront, you know, you're gonna get profits first always. That was one of my first mistakes at the very beginning when I was just, you know, ordering all this inventory upfront. I will talk about my first shops later on. That was my main issue, you know, how I was losing budget. I lost like around $1,500 at my first shop, lost $15,000 with Hey Sandra, my female fashion brand here in Dubai. Just because I was ordering all this inventory up front instead of just using dropshipping model, you know. If I would know about this model back at the time, I would save myself thousands of dollars, and obviously I would become who I am right now much earlier. It wouldn't take me, you know, so much time to arrive at the place where I am right now. So here's a bit of numbers about e-commerce. As you can see, global e-commerce sales growth is growing exponentially comparing 2017 to our current year 2022 and to where it will be later on. It's just growing crazy. It's technically like doubling every 3-4 years, you know. It's crazy. And these numbers shows, you know, all the potential. It's not something which is, you know, which will work for a few months and then will die out, you know. It will not, because e-commerce is only growing and growing. More and more retailers are jumping into online. Zara sales are crushing. Look at the brands like Kylie Cosmetics, for example. Look at Gymshark. All these brands, you know, they're crushing online. All their sales coming from online, and you have to pay attention to this. Why would brands, now they understand, why would they spend money on paying insanely high rents if they can simply, you know, have a great looking online shop? They're going to cut expenses on rent, they're going to make their prices cheaper, and you're going to be able to buy the exact same items like 30% cheaper. Why not? You know, I believe that it's reasonable, and that's one of the reasons why e-commerce is growing so fast. And that's why I know that this is the best options for people like you and me to make decent money online, you know, and to finally quit our 9-to-5s. And I know that many of you, they truly hate your 9-to-5s. I'm going to come back to this topic a bit later. I'm going to talk about my story as well. But let's go to the next slide. So main benefits of running an online store. I talked about of them before, but let me just summarize. It's quick and simple, you know. You can start with just a laptop and a few hours of available time, plus Wi-Fi, obviously, internet. It doesn't require high capital. You don't need to spend anything on website creation or buying inventory up front. You will only spend money on advertising your store with different advertising channels, and that's it. That's all your expenses, you know. No need all this crazy inventory. And third one, it's easy to operate. Most businesses which generate at least $10,000 a month require a lot of time to manage them. And with online store, you only need like 2 hours a day to manage it. It will take you first few weeks, it will take you some time to optimize the structure, to build the business processes, but after this, it will take you only 2 hours a day. Especially if you're talking about $10,000 a month store, not something bigger. 2 hours is a maximum. And obviously location freedom is also the one which I was talking a lot in the past in my stories. You know, you can run your business from any part of the world. It can be Dubai, Berlin, New York, or any other place, whatever you want. You know, you can work from the beach, coffee shop, or even home. Just all you need is laptop and Wi-Fi connection. You know, when I've been working in the retail, in the shopping mall, I've been dreaming about working, you know, with a sea view somewhere in the Starbucks with my laptop. You know, I was dreaming about all these times, you know, and finally, you know, a few years after it happened, and trust me guys, it's worth it. Working from any place in the world is the best part of e-commerce, trust me. So why I want you to aim for exactly $10,000 a month? Firstly, because you have to understand that this number will allow you to do almost everything you want and comfortably live in any place in the world. You can comfortably live in Dubai with this number. It can be comfortable life in Bali, New York, Miami, LA, everywhere, you know. Obviously you won't be able to drive Lambo or Ferrari, but this is the amount which will allow you to live a very comfortable life, you know. Driving a nice looking German car, BMW for example, you know. You can easily have a good apartments, you know, you can provide to your family, and this number is technically the target which you should aim for as a beginner, you know, at the beginning. And you literally need like less than 10 sales a day to make $10,000 a month, you know. It's like, look, 8 orders will make you $586 a day, okay, which will be $17,000 a month and almost $211,000. $211,000 a year, you know. Imagine making $211K a year just by making 8 orders a day. It's just so crazy, you know. Just look at these numbers. And like, is it hard to make 8 orders a day? No, it's not, guys. I'm doing hundreds of them, and I'm gonna show you later for those of you who didn't see me before, who didn't see my results in my Instagram. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing, and you will understand how easily it is to make 8 orders a day. And you know, just how does it sound for you, you know, making $211,000 a year only with 8 orders a day, you know? All right, guys, let me tell you more about me, you know, who is Stanislav Pchelnikov, and what is my expertise in e-com business. Let me quickly share with you my story and what I do for a living before we finally jump into the training. So, my name is Stanislav Pchelnikov. I am 28 years old. For the past 6 years, I've been living in Dubai. My first ever shop I've launched back in 2014. It's back when I've been living in my home country. I'm from Belarus. And since then, I've opened over 19 successful online stores. Keep in mind, it's only successful. I don't count the ones which failed, you know. Total, it's 8+ years of experience. And during this period of time, I generated over $17 million in online sales since 2014, in these 8 years. Currently, I mentor for 640+ students in over 12 countries, including Dubai. And one of my recent shops back in December, some of you saw my stories probably, you saw that I sold one of my shops in December 2021. I didn't reveal the price. I've been celebrating. We've rented a huge villa with my team, and we've celebrated this deal. I've sold it for $730,000. So, talking about my students, as I mentioned before, I taught 640+ students in over 12 countries. Mainly it's people from Dubai, as I've been having some of the group classes as well, some of my one-on-one mentorships here. Also, I have many students from Europe, mainly Germany, France, and Spain, and a few more as well from Australia, UK, and USA. But as I said, primary, maybe like 40% of my students, they're from Dubai, where I'm living right now. So, let me show you my first shop, which I launched back in 2014. As you can see, all this success which you're seeing in my Instagram, it was not always the case, you know. Here is my first online shop called hookah.by. It was a complete fail. I didn't have enough knowledge at that time, never heard about dropshipping method. So what I did is I ordered 100 pieces of this electric shisha, which you can see in the picture. It called something like Starbucks e-hose, something like this. I'm not exactly remember the exact name. So, and I ordered 100 pieces of them for like $1,400 worth of inventory. I ordered it from China. Firstly, it arrived from China to Moscow. It took like maybe like 2 weeks. After this, I got a driver and he dropped it from Moscow back to my home city in Belarus. So, in few words, yes, as I said, I didn't have much knowledge and I lost everything. I had the $2,000 which my grandmother gave me, and I spent $600 more on advertising. I've been using different options from VK, it's Vkontakte, the social media, local social media platform similar to Facebook. I've been using this media. I've been using a bit of keywords, Google Ads, all this stuff. I didn't know how to use it, so I've paid my friend, so he ran for me all these things. Didn't get much sales. We sold like maybe like 6 or 8 pieces out of 100, and I ended up with losing my $2,000 which my grandmother gave me. So that was my first ever shop back in 2014. After that I moved to Dubai, get myself a full-time job here in Mall Emirates. It was a good experience, you know. I've been making like around $2,500 a month, so I've been able to save money, you know. So I saved some money and launched a few more different shops between 2016 and 2019, you know. And some of these shops actually they did decent numbers, you know, but it just wasn't enough to quit my job, you know. It was doing like sometimes $1,000 a month in profit, 2K, sometimes even 3, 4, but it was never a consistent result, you know. Sometimes it was months when I'm doing great, sometimes it was just super horrible, you know. I've been even losing money, so that's why it didn't allow me to completely quit the job, you know. And in the middle of 2019, I launched female clothing brand, you know, called Hey Sandra AE. I invested in the inventory of this shop over $15,000. It was something like around 55,000 dirhams. I invested this money into inventory. I was so sure I'm going to succeed. I'm going to order hundreds of units, many boxes. I've been stocking in my apartments, in my 1-bedroom. And I've been keeping all this stock there. And why technically I did this, why I bought all this stock, because till the time I never heard about dropshipping, you know. I never heard about this, and I just wanted to have inventory to feel like I'm a legit business, you know. So I ordered all this stuff, and how it ended up, you know, many of my close friends who have been working with me at that time in this shop, they know how it ended up. I lost all money with this brand and ended up in a huge depression and debt. I had to sell my car at the time. I've been driving nice Infiniti QX70, you know. I have to sell it literally 1 year after I bought it, you know. Couldn't afford anymore, had a lot of debt, you know, have to pay it off. So I lost all this money, yes, and even though, you know, like I've made few thousands with other shops, you know, the failure of this shop, heysandra.ae, you know, with a total loss of $20,000, you know, it completely destroyed my self-confidence, you know. I lost all my savings, I've been in debt, and, you know, it was very hard, you know, because every failure, you know, it's giving a mark on you. And at that time, for me, everything was going downhill, you know. I felt lost. And was the very low point in my life, you know. I almost got fired from my job because management saw the way I was performing, you know. I was not in the mood. Every single day I was not in the mood. I was depressed. I could not do my job properly, you know. It was a super hard period of life, very hard, you know. But again, I've seen hundreds of successful examples, and I knew that it's possible to succeed with e-commerce, that I simply felt that I'm doing something wrong, you know. And keep in mind, I hated my job, and knew that there is much better options rather than coming 5 days a week at the place I hate, you know. The job was okay, you know. People was great, but I simply hate it. I simply felt I don't belong working on someone for such a low money. As I said before, money was fine, but for me, you know, I was always aiming for higher. I always wanted more. So that's why for me, like, I didn't even consider it as an option, you know. I knew there is no way I can earn with a job, like with a normal job in the shop and mall, enough to provide for the life I truly want. I just simply understand that there is no any possible way. I finished business administration, and work in the office when you're coming from countries like Belarus or Russia, you know, doesn't give you much opportunities in Dubai. You're gonna end up working in the office for the same money as I've been doing in the retail, you know, exactly the same money with no real possibility of career, you know. So I knew that there is no any possible way I'm going to succeed with this, and I have to aim for e-commerce, you know. And that's when I decided, you know, to find a mentor, you know. It was one day when I really like sit at home, and I was like, you know, talking to myself, like I needed a mentor. I needed someone who can teach me all these things, who can assist me with everything, you know, who will help me finally stop losing money. By the time I lost in total maybe like around $25,000 to $27,000. Even though I had profitable shops, you know, failures of others, you know, completely ruined all the profits, you know. And guys, guess what happened, you know? A few weeks later, I've already had 2 profitable shops, which I literally launched with only $500 in my pocket. It was something like 2,000 dirhams, you know. It was almost like slightly more than $500 in my pocket. And look what happened, you know. Immediately, like after this very short period of time, I was doing like, you know, at least $1,000 every single day, you know. My shop, literally like few weeks after, like 3-4 weeks after, I was already pulling like easily 10K a month, not a month, sorry, a week. It was a very easy experience for me because mentor clearly showed me all my mistakes, you know, what I was doing wrong in terms of advertising, in terms of store creation. He showed me all these pain points in my butt, you know, and I clearly know what to do. Like, Tell me honestly, like, what do you think about these numbers, you know? And these numbers was just the beginning. It was only my first weeks of working with him, you know? And, you know, 4 months, you know, people were messaging me asking for advice and help. People asked if I can make some sort of free webinar or something like that, you know? And as you saw on my Instagram, I did my best. I posted different e-commerce tips in my Insta, you know, but I never had a chance to create something bigger than that, you know, bigger than only real videos and carousels. And I felt that all my e-com tips in my Instagram was not enough. I knew that people need more organized and structured training, which will allow to start e-com business without any knowledge or massive starting capital, something which you can just watch and implement right away. So, and that's when we're coming to this free e-commerce training, you know. It took me almost 3 weeks. I'm going to be honest with you. It took me almost 3 weeks to finally finish everything. I've been working with my team to finally make a proper structure of everything to make it as useful as possible, and yet will not spend 6 hours of your time, you know. Here we are ready, and it's time to jump in. But before we jump into the training, I wanted to do something very, very quickly. Just, it'll take a few seconds, okay guys? Close your eyes and imagine what it would be like to launch your first online shop and finally make you $10,000 a month. Just think about this for a few seconds, okay? So, if you had the things you just visualized, would it make a difference in your life? Would you be more happy with your life? Tell me honestly, you know. And if your answer is yes, then definitely you should keep watching this training and learn all the things which I am about to share with you. So, before we jump in, let me just quickly explain you how does dropshipping fulfillment model works. First of all, there is no more upfront inventory costs or shipping logistics, you know. With dropshipping, products are sent directly from your wholesaler to your customers. How it will be? Step number 1, your customer will place an order from your online store. Step number 2, your store automatically sends the order to a dropshipping supplier, which I will show you how to find. Step number 3, your dropshipping supplier prepares your customer's order, and after this simply ship to their address, and that's it. You don't need to touch it, you don't need to do anything. First, your customer will pay you through your website, and only after this you will take your profits and you will pay to the supplier whatever the price he's asking you to. It's very easy and very simple. That's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Alright guys, let's come back to these 5 secrets of how to launch a successful online store. And the secret number 1 is choosing the right niche. As you can see here on this list, I showed you the most popular and the most successful niches which I've been testing myself and which proved with the time to be the most efficient. As you can see, it's home appliances, kitchenware, gardening, fashion apparel, one of my favorite, gym clothing, tech gadgets, sneakers, accessories for men and women, mother and kids stuff, fashion apparel, sorry I'm repeating this again, home fitness equipment, and pets related products. All these niches are working, but you have to be very careful when you're picking the one specifically for you. Why? Because each niche has its own, you know, pros and cons, you know. If you're talking about, for example, gym clothing or fashion apparel, you're gonna have a big starting capital, you know. To advertise this niche, you must have a shop with like 100, 150 plus units in it, and you're gonna have simply more advertising budget. You need to have more advertising power to advertise your shop, your products, you know, to make it work. So if your budget is less, you have to choose something different, you know. Also keep in mind that if you are choosing something like, you know, pets related products or some kind of accessories, you know, your advertising strategy will be a bit different, your offer will be different, you know, because these items usually you will sell them for around like $15 to $20, and for you, in order to be profitable, you have to sell always like 2-3 units per item to increase your average order value, you know, in order to make it profitable. And you have to use different strategies, different applications for this. Compare, let's say, if you would sell some tech gadgets or let's say home fitness equipment, which you can easily sell for $60, $70, and you're going to be fine. You don't need to sell like 2 pieces, you know, you don't need any of the upsells to have healthy margins. But if you'll use, let's say, pets products or something for some kind of accessories, then yes, you do. So whenever you're picking the right niche, make sure that it will match your current situation with your free timing, with your budgets, you know. Understand all these things before choosing what you want to sell. Just because you have patience to sell, let's say, kitchenware doesn't mean that you can succeed with this. You have to analyze the market, you know, what you can find there. So secret number 2 is know how to find the winning products that you never see, touch, or ship. For this, you gotta have a proper supplier. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on aliexpress.com. All right. And here, basically, this is the website where you can buy things also for yourself from China. But mainly for what we are using this website is to find the decent looking products to resell them. These products will have a proper prices, proper wholesale prices, which you can easily resell for the 3x of the price directly to other customers. And why would you do this with such a high margin? Because when you're buying from AliExpress, you don't really see, you know, the quality. You don't see any brand. But when you're making a proper online store, you can make it like a proper looking brand, you know, and this brand will allow you to sell this item much more expensive, because people will see your website, they will see all this quality design, and they will decide like, yes, I want to buy from here, I want to pay this price just because it looks very legit, it looks like a proper brand. That's why people will spend money on it. So what is the main criteria of a winning product? So let me show you the example of a really winning product. Look at this wonderful men's sneakers. This is the best example of a product which has been crushing in the past and which can still make money now. Look at the amount of orders it generated during the period of selling with this supplier. It has almost 4,000 orders, you know. And I can tell you for sure that there is shops which are selling these sneakers and are making crazy money. You can get the sneakers for, as you can see, for $29. I would say you can easily resell them on your website for $70, for $69.95. It's going to be the minimum price which you can resell them. Plus you can easily top up with $4 or $5 for the shipping, you know. And I believe you can easily upsell these sneakers with some kind of cool fancy socks, you know, which you can also sell like 3 pair of socks. You can easily sell with a extra $5-10 of margin on top of the retail of the wholesale price, and you ended up having like $40 to $45 in net profit just by selling these sneakers and socks on top of them. You know, it's free money for you. And look at the rate, it's 4.6 stars, you know, with 1,300 reviews, and 90% of them are positive, you know. For me, it's a big sign that this product is a winner. And I can tell you that one of the most important things as well when you're looking for the product, you have to make sure that the supplier you're dealing with is reliable. And look at this store. When you're analyzing the store, you have to look at this, at the reputation of the store, how long the store in the market, how many followers this store has, you know. You have to speak with them, have to ask them a few messages to see how they respond. If they respond in the proper professional English, you know, if they're not using some kind of translator, you know, how they chat with you, how fast they respond. You have to analyze all these small things to make sure that when you will start receiving like 20, 30, 50 orders a day, the supplier will be able to handle them. This is another example of the winning product. Previous one, as you saw, it has a very eye-catchy appeal, you know. When you see it, you want to buy it right away because it's catching your eyes. This is the type of products which I'm showing you right now. Is a bit different product. This is the products which we call solving problems. You know, this type of products, they will allow you to solve the problems. And as you can see, the main problem is neck pain. All right. So you can easily get it for $12. And I would say that considering the brand you will use, the brand you will make, you know, considering the colors you will use, the logo you will make, your quality of advertising, video, the quality of the design of your website, which theme template you will use, you can easily sell it starting from $45 up to $80. Depends how good the product will look on your store. And as you can see, it's 5,000 orders, you know, it's a huge amount of orders. It's definitely a winning product. The shop has also a very good rate, as you can see. Even the name of the store is Dropshipping Services Store, which means that they support dropshipping fulfillment model, and they're going to be happy to fulfill your orders directly to your customers without causing you any issues. You know, they will use the fastest shipping, they'll give you the best quality. As you can see, the rate of this product is 4.7 stars, which means that the rate is wonderful. You know, it's definitely a winner, and you don't need to actually, you know, ask many questions to yourself if you should sell it or not, because it's definitely yes. It's a wonderful product. So what is the main criteria of winning products? Just to summarize, first appeal as these sneakers is eye-catchy. The product must be eye-catchy. Secondly, it must have high demand. We don't want to sell something which no one needs. For example, this product was sold 5,108 orders. 5,000 orders. This sneakers 3,600, you know, which means that this product has a very high demand. But on the same time, you have to be very careful, because we don't need to sell products which already are oversaturated, you know, which has many thousands of orders. Because if this product was already for a long time in the market, if many people saw this product already with Facebook ads, with Google ads, people will simply ignore it. They will not even click on your ad because the market is oversaturated. So you have to be very careful when you're picking your products. You must make sure that this product is still new. It has a high potential to scale, to bring your money on the table. But at the same time, just make sure it's not oversaturated. All right. Third one is high quality. You know, when you look at the pictures of this product, you can definitely see that this product is a very high quality. You know. Plus, we gotta check always the reviews, we gotta check the rate of the product. This one has 4.7 stars, this one 4.6, and 1,000 reviews, you know, which simply means that the product has a very high quality, you know. You can also always, if you already got few orders, let's say you are having like 5-6 orders a day and you wanna scale it to 10 to 20, 30 orders a day, you can easily order one sample to your home to see how it looks, you know, to make sure that you're satisfied with quality or not, you know. Fourth criteria is you have to make sure that the product allows to have healthy margins. For example, it have to be 3x of the wholesale price, or at least $20 on top of the supplier's price. For example, this product is $12 and you can easily sell for triple of this price. You can easily sell it for $36. I would say you can sell even for 40, 45 minimum with the average looking design of the store. If it's higher, if the design is stronger, you can easily sell it much higher. Depends on your, you know, the design and advertising skills. You know, same goes for the sneakers. I wouldn't say you can say it with 3x. You will not be able to sell them for $90, but you can easily add the $20 on top of this price. Like people will easily buy them for $49. I would sell them for like around $69.95, keeping around $40 on top of the price easily. And with no any issues, I believe we can sell them. And the last criteria is a reliable supplier. As I was telling you before, it is very important to make sure that the brand is already a long time on the market. We don't go for the stores which are selling like only 3-4 months or even few weeks. We need reasonable, reliable suppliers who are at least 1 year on the market, preferably 2. To make sure that these people, they can handle your amount of orders, they can handle proper customer service, you know, they can handle fast shipping. They have already connections with the fulfillment companies, with the shipping companies who will ship your orders with the fastest delivery options, like for example UniExpress, SF Express, you know. So you'll make sure that your product will arrive in any part of the world in a matter of 7 to 10 days maximum. Alright guys, we are done with all the main criteria of winning product, and now let me show you what we are doing when we already found our products and how we should transfer them from the supplier to the store. So guys, for you, in order to successfully integrate the supplier's inventory into your shop, what you need to do, you need to download the Shopify application called AliExpress Dropship. You will download it into your shop. I'll talk about this later. But how to add the products is you have to download this app. We don't use Oberlo anymore. As some of you might know, it's not available anymore. So we're going to use AliExpress Dropship as an alternative, totally the same app, also free, very comfortable to use. It's literally all the same. So we're going to use this application. All you need to do is to simply copy paste the link of the product which you want to import to your shop, assuming you decide to sell this product, you will copy paste the link and you will insert into AliExpress dropship. And once you will do this, all your products will appear here in all imported products. So you will see them all here, and that's where you technically can edit them. You can easily edit the description. You can add all the variants you want. For example, if you add many different options, many different colors or sizes, you can easily leave only the sizes you want to sell or the colors you want to keep. You can also select the images you want to keep, and you won't actually add everything if you want to, So it's literally very easy and takes few steps, Secret number 3 is, now when we're coming back to the store creation, is building your online store without having any upfront skills or code knowledge. You have to understand that you don't need to have any coding knowledge. You don't need to know how to use WordPress, and you don't need obviously to pay someone $3,500 to build your e-commerce website, because that's how much right now they're asking here in Dubai to make for you simple e-commerce store. It's crazy to pay so much for the website which you can make yourself in like less than 48 hours, and you don't need to spend the weeks to make a simple looking website. It's all much easier, and all you need to do is just to use online store builder called Shopify, and that's it. The main benefits of Shopify are it's very easy and simple to use. It doesn't require any special skills. You literally can create from the comfort of your own home on the laptop in like 24 to 48 hours. Plus, if you never deal with Shopify before, it has 14 days of free trial, so you don't need to pay anything. For like 14 days, you can just play around, learning all these things. You don't need to put a credit card inside, just play, learn everything, how it works, you don't need to pay for anything. And even after you're done with your shop and you want to start already making sales, it's only $29 a month. It's super cheap, it's very affordable, anyone can afford this, I believe. And if you think that Shopify is not for everyone, it's only for small brands, just keep it in mind that Kim Kardashian's brand KKW Beauty, Kylie Cosmetics, Gymshark, and even Red Bull, it's all Shopify based brands. Keep that in mind, please. So what we're gonna do, first of all, you need to visit shopify.com to start your free trial. Just write your email address, create the password, and write your store name. You can write any name you want because you can change it later, so just don't spend much time on this. Quickly write everything you want if it's available, and click the button create your store. After this, once you're already inside, you have to choose the Shopify template. Shopify gives you around 8 free templates. As you can see, a few of them here on the screen, like Ride, Color Block, Taste, Crave, Craft, Studio. All this is a free Shopify templates. It's technically the way your website will look like, the ready-to-go template, which is very comfortable, very good. It's high-quality templates which you can use in order to create your online store. However, I personally prefer to use paid Shopify themes. You can find them in Shopify as well, or you can use any other outside suppliers. The main benefits of paid Shopify themes, the reason why I like them personally, is first of all, it's better functionality, it's a more advanced design, it's much faster loading speed. But the main issue is the average price starts from $200, so it's not for everyone. If you're in a very tight budget, it will be hard for you to invest into the paid Shopify themes. My favorite one obviously is a theme called Turbo. It has 6 different variations called Chicago, Portland, Dubai, Florence, Seoul, and Tennessee. This theme is literally number one in the entire market, I will tell you later why, but as everything was the best, it has its own, main cons, and the price of this theme, unfortunately, is $400. It's the most expensive theme on the market, but at the same time, it's the best one. So if you have budget, I definitely suggest you to invest into this theme, because it's going to be the best investment in terms of design and functionality of your store. And let me just tell you why exactly Turbo, why I love it so much. First of all, as you can see, it has 6 different templates, as I was showing you before, all the 6, This is the Seoul, also very nice structure, It's a fully loaded premium theme, It's offering high demand functionality and reliable performance. It's completely unmatched speed, literally the fastest theme on the market. Your website will load literally in a quarter of a second. It has a rich design flexibility, and it's the most popular choice for agencies and experts. Most of the big agencies and experts who work with online stores, they work only with Turbo. That's one of the reasons why this theme is super expensive, because they clearly know what they're providing. They're providing the quality, and if you can afford it, definitely I suggest you to go with this theme, because it will make your path to success much faster, And as I said, yes, you can purchase this theme on outofthesandbox.com for $400. I am not an affiliate for this. I don't earn anything from this. This is just my personal experience. I just love this theme. Okay, you are free to use any of the free ones, but I guarantee that your chances with Turbo will be much higher. So as you can see, it's very easy to create your own shop. All you need to do is just to choose your theme, and after this it's just plug and play, You only need to choose what you want to change. You will change the pictures, you will change the text. You can easily play with the design. For this purpose, I'm using Turbo Florence, one of also my favorite themes. It's very nice, very great and easy to use. So, and you can easily just change all these pictures, text, like in few clicks, and most of the time you don't even need to have your own pictures, because Shopify has a huge library of free high quality pictures which you can easily use for your purpose, for your shop, and it's really like making your life very easy. So I honestly don't see any reasons why you can't do this when like thousands of people around the world are doing this, and they're doing this very successfully. Not to mention hundreds of my students, And if for some reason you think that you cannot do this, trust me, I have a student who just turned 18 years, and he's making $4,000 a month with his online store. $4K every single month, and the guy just turned 18. That's just something crazy, and something to motivate all of you to take action. So let's go for the next secret, and this is secret number 4. You need to download all necessary applications into your Shopify store. If all of you knows that for you, in order to make quality functionality of your store, to make everything up and running in the proper way, you need to have some applications. For example, AliExpress Dropship will allow you to sync your shop orders with the supplier, so you don't need to manually log into AliExpress, fill up all the details of the supplier, find the product, and then write down all these details of the supplier and ship it, press like pay, blah blah blah, all this, no extra steps. You can just quickly download this app. You will sync it with your shop, and whenever you need to fulfill the order, it will take from you 2 or 3 clicks to pay for the item and send the order to the supplier, and he will ship it within a few hours. The next application you must use is image and text protection apps, to make sure that all of your competitors will not try to steal your pictures and will not try to steal your text, especially when you're making already decent money, when your store is making decent capital. People will see it, they'll get jealous, and they will try to steal your content. They'll try to steal your pictures, they'll try to steal your text. Especially imagine you spend a lot of time, if you're doing copywriting yourself, all this text, you spend hours to make the quality look in product description, and then someone is just stealing this from you. You don't want to see this. That's why I suggest you to use all these protection apps. It's many of them in the market. I'm not going to tell what exactly I'm using. It's many of them. It's totally your choice. We don't have time. I'm talking all the apps I'm using here. So that's just the example what you have to use. The next one is email marketing. You have to set up your email marketing in the correct way, because there will be so many customers, who will decide, let's say, not to buy, who will simply visit your website. Maybe they will complete checkout, maybe they will sign up to your email list, and they will just disappear. They can forget about you. It's normal, Most of the people, they see advertising at least 50 times a day through their social media. We just don't understand this. So it's totally fine if the customer visits your website and forgot about it after a few minutes. It's totally fine. That's why we use email marketing, And applications which you can use, there are plenty of them. You can use native Shopify emails, you can use abandonment protector, many options. Choose whatever you feel is comfortable for you. And as I said before, this kind of app is mandatory. The application number 4 you must have in your shop is abandonment checkout recovery. Unfortunately, we have to accept that some percentage of our website visitors, they will not complete checkout. They're just not going to buy it. They can fill up all the details, and then when the time will come to pay for the item, they will simply disappear. That happens many times. We just have to accept it, but we have to understand that these customers are hot customers, the customers who already spent a lot of time on our website. And to convert these customers is much easier than any other customer which will only come to your website first time. That's why we have to download applications which will allow us to send specific email to people who didn't buy the item. We can use different variations. I'm personally using 2-3 emails to recover them. Like one of them you can set directly 10-15 minutes after the person left from the checkout. You can set it 30 minutes after. It's totally up to you, depends on your strategies, how you will do this, when the first email will go. And this email technically will remind people that, hey, Mark, for example, you've been on our website and you forgot to complete the checkout for this item. Don't you want to buy it right now? Because the item is almost out of stock. Hurry up. So that kind of things, you have to trigger customer to buy it as soon as possible, not to let them think twice, because purchase is a very impulsive thing, you gotta make it very fast and quick, You don't wanna let your customer spend hours of thinking, He or she have to see the item and make a quick impulsive decision to buy it. That's your target. Number 5 is SMS marketing, This application will be similar to email marketing, but we will do exactly the same, but with their phone numbers, which we will collect on the checkout as well. So all the same as email, just SMS. This is much more efficient way of converting visitors into customers, but not everyone like to leave their phone number. So you will get a much smaller list of people who is dropping their phone numbers, but mainly people who didn't complete the checkout, because you cannot sign up for the email list for the phone numbers, only for the emails, But this is one of the most efficient ways of generating sales. If person left your phone number, 40-50% of them, they will eventually buy from you, trust me. Number 6 will be currency converters. You must make sure that the customer who is entering your website from, let's say, Romania, he will see it in Romanian currency. The person who is entering from Spain will see it in euro. Whoever is from USA will see it in US dollars. And whoever will visit, let's say, from Australia will see in Australian dollars. It's very easy for people. No need to force them to make these calculations in their mind. Just show them the price in their own native currency. There is plenty of applications. Just download one of them, whatever is more convenient to you, and use it. Number 7 is trust badges. Number 8 is upsell and cross-sell apps, and the number 1 is post-purchase upsell. I'm not going to describe all of them. There is many options on the market. Just use whatever is more comfortable to you. Download them all and set up your upsells, cross-sells, and post-purchase upsells. That's very easy. Doesn't require any specific knowledge. And the final step is secret number 5, the most efficient marketing strategies for different starting capital to start, generating sales for your store immediately. So according to your starting capital, you have to choose between Facebook ads, Instagram influencers, and YouTube influencers. You probably see me not adding here Google ads or TikTok ads. I will come back to this a bit later, okay? So how to bring traffic to your website, there is 2 options. You can do it either organic way or paid way, Organic is you will grow your Instagram or Facebook page organically. You know, you will gain all your followers, daily posting. You will comment in posts of other people. You know, you will try to be active as much as you can in social media. You will use organic growth of TikTok account of your brand. You know, you'll daily post different videos of your products in TikTok. You know, hoping one of them will go viral. You know, and that's the option of organic way. Second option is paid one. So you're going to use Facebook and Instagram ads, influencers, TikTok ads, or Google ads. So talking about Facebook ads, as you can see, Facebook is a very, very efficient way, one of the best. It's my favorite advertising tool. I'm using it every single day. This is a technical tool which I cannot live without, you know. This is the example of one of my campaigns for one of the products. You know, as you saw, we spent thousands of dollars on it, and we got a pretty good returns. You know, the average return on ad spend was something like around 2.4 ROAS. You know, which is very, very, very strong. You know, I'm very happy with this with these metrics. So, which means that if you spend $85,000 with a 2.54 ROAS, I've got back like around $200,000, you know, which is very, very, very crazy to think about. You know, that's how Facebook ads are working. Super efficient, you know, definitely number one. This is second option as well, you know. Just in this campaign, you know, from $122,000, we've generated $246,000 in total sales, you know, with a 2x ROAS. You know, it's a very crazy returns, you know. It's a very crazy and very successful, you know. And the funniest part that everyone can do this, everyone. This is one of the oldest products I've been running at the time. It's a very old one, and yet, as you can see, it's very successful. And definitely, if you learn all the strategies which I am showing here, it's totally up to you. You know, you'll be able to do exactly the same numbers with no any issues. And let's talk about Instagram influencers. You know, there is three options. You can pay directly to influencer with like 80 to 250,000 followers. You'll pay them for 24-hour promotional post. You can pay to theme pages, which is like have like 300 to 1 million followers for a 24-hour post, you know, promotional post. Or you can offer a free product on exchange for promo post to influencers with like 20 to 80K followers, you know. Third one is the best when you're on the tight budget. You know, you can simply ship this item to the influencer and he will promote for you for free. First and second option require much stronger budget. Publics will charge you in average around like $200-300 per post. It depends which public are you using. And influencers will charge you thousands, starting from like $600 to $800 they will charge you just for one post. So it's definitely not for people with a tight budget. So let me tell you a few key tips. You know, Facebook ads are the most efficient advertising tool. I've been telling this already before. You know, however, just keep in mind that they require at least $500 of starting capital. Organic way of growing your store is the slowest way to generate sales and grow your business. TikTok ads are not as efficient as people think. I've said this a million times. TikTok ads are overrated. I don't use them at all. I don't like them. Facebook ads are my number one. Second and third option, I'm using YouTube influencers and Instagram influencers. And always start with Facebook ads if your budget allows you to, you know. Don't try to play with different things. Don't fall for these YouTube videos who are telling they're crushing with Google ads or with TikTok ads. Google ads are efficient, but they're not for beginners. They're much more way advanced. They're much harder to scale compared to Facebook ads. And you're gonna have a lot of hard times with Google ads if you don't have already a store which is generating for your sales. You know, your always step number one must be Facebook ads if you can afford them, and if you can't, start with the Instagram influencers who will accept, you know, free products on the exchange for the promotional post. And let me tell you key tips when we are running Facebook ads. You know, first of all, keep in mind that you need high quality pictures or video. You must have strong headline and product description, you know, eye-catchy ones. And your offer must be unbeatable.
you know. Plus, it's necessary to have a right targeting. You know, you have to understand that which country you're targeting, which gender, age, interest, which language and placements. You know, if you're going to target Brazil, you know, where people speak in Portuguese, and you will target with your English ad, you know, which will be fully English. You know, not so many people will actually click on it because they simply don't speak English. That's the issue. You know, and same goes for the gender. You know, you cannot choose. Let's say ladies accessories to target both genders. You know, men will never click on it. For what? Unless it's some kind of event, unless there is like, you know, Women's Day or Valentine's Day, they will not click on this ad. It's going to be a waste of budget, you know. So you have to be very smart with your right targeting as well. When I mean about right targeting, this is the best example. Just look at these male sneakers, you know. When you're looking at them, who you will target? Just think about this, obviously. In terms of countries, you can definitely target many countries, but you have to always aim for the countries which are capable of paying, let's say, $60-70 for that kind of sneakers, you know. It can be definitely Europe, it can be definitely UK, USA, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, you know. But it can be much harder to sell for you these sneakers if you'll target, let's say, Nepal or Bangladesh, for example, or India, you know. That's just how the market works, you know. So you have to know which countries you will target with them. In terms of gender, obviously, they might look like unisex, but I would focus on targeting only male, only men. That's my idea of doing this advertising. And if you're thinking about interest, you know, we have to think what kind of interest the person has who will buy that kind of sneakers. Obviously, this person likes fashion. The person likes to be trendy, you know, always on trend, always on top, you know, always one step ahead of everyone. He wants to be top. That's why you have to think like what can be related to this person. I would say that we have to look for the interests related to fashion, you know, to trends. So we can easily try, you know, men's fashion, for example, that kind of things, you know, or even something broader like men's sneakers. And we have to dig around all that kind of interest to see what Facebook is offering us. We have to see what is the size of the audience, you know. We have to analyze all this data and then make our decision who exactly we will target, you know, what kind of interest we will use, you know. But we have to always think about portrait of our customer, how this customer will look like, you know, who are these people who is actually buying this product from us. So how to set up successful Facebook ads very quickly, you know. First step is you have to create Facebook Business Manager. If you never did Facebook ads before, there is a very low chance you have Facebook Business Manager, so you have to create it, you know. Step number 2 is you have to open Facebook Ads Manager and click button create. This step we are doing only when the business manager is already created. Step number 3, we have to choose conversions and then purchase. We never choose any other event apart conversions. Why? Because we want to make money. This is our goal. We're launching this shop to make money and we want conversions. We don't need anything else. We don't care about clicks of the ads. We don't care about any kind of engagement or whatever. We care only about conversions and purchases, and that's what we choose. That's very simple. Step number 4, we have to select the budget of our ad. Keep in mind that you're not launching only one ad set. You will launch 4, 5, 6 of them, you know, per product. So you have to set up your budget in the correct way to make sure that you have enough money to run your ads. And the bare minimum is $500 per ad set. I personally like $20 because it will allow me to collect more data much faster, you know. As smaller the budget, as harder to scale, but as smaller the budget as well, the higher the return on investment. That is the truth, you know. So bear these numbers in mind. $5 per ad set is the bare minimum. After this, just choose the countries which you would like to target, which I've been talking to you before. Select all your genders and age, just to make sure that the product is relevant. For example, there is no point for you to target a 60-year-old man if you want to sell him, you know, like kind of young fancy sneakers, which is looking like, you know, Vans, for example. There is no any need. Very few of them will actually buy it, you know. So be smart with selecting gender and age. And after this, yes, you have to select your interest, which we've been talking before. I gave you an example with these particular sneakers, what kind of interests we can use, okay? And after this, we got to choose the placements where your ad will be visible. You know, Facebook allows you to show your ad in many different places, in many different options. But when we're just on the testing phase, when we're just testing our product, you know, We already chose a very broad interest, which will allow to show our ad to millions of people, and we don't need to make it even broader, so we will choose only a few placements. We will start with a Facebook and Instagram feed only. We're not going to choose auto placements, we're not going to choose any others like stories or whatever. We will start only with Facebook and Instagram feed at the beginning. And after this, we're moving to the next step, which is creating an eye-catchy ad. As I was telling you in the tips about running Facebook ads: high quality, picture video, strong headline, product description, unbeatable offer, and the right targeting. That's all about creating an eye-catchy ad, and after this, just launch your ad and wait for approval. In average, Facebook requires up to 24 hours to approve your ad, but most of the time it's going to be much faster. So once you click to publish, just be patient and wait. That's all you need to do, And let me tell you one of the most important bonus tips, okay? Never use spy tools. They are worthless. Whoever is telling you this on YouTube, this is the people who use affiliate links, and whenever they're promoting this and you are buying it, they're going to get paid for this. All spy tools are a complete crap. There is no any possible way you will find the winning product with them. Why? Because how the spy tool works, they're spotting the sales trend. So if they're seeing that some product is crashing for a few days in a row, someone is scaling them, only after this, the spy tool will spot this activity and will be added, and this product will be added into the soft of this tool, and by the time it's appearing on this soft, it means someone is already scaling this product for a few weeks. And trust me, there is no way you can beat this person. If this person is already on the third or fourth stage of the scaling, when the person spent already thousands of dollars on the Facebook ads, this person simply has too much data to compete with, His Facebook already clearly knows whom to show this ad. He knows his audience, he knows everything, and he has budget. So there is literally no way for you to compete unless you're willing to spend thousands of dollars on this product just on the testing phase to try to catch the momentum and outperform the guy. But as I said, it's very low chances. That's why I personally never use spy tools, and I don't suggest to any of you use them as well. Only raw product research, as I was showing you before. So this method is working not only for me, but for hundreds of my students. Like, look, I'll give you the best example. Here is Naresh. It's one of my Dubai best students who've been considering to start his online shop like for months, but always had an excuse to postpone everything. He has always some issues, busy at work or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, after he took the leap of faith and tried things my way, this is what happened 2 weeks after. I'm going to show you his results now, and I'm going to show you a small video which he recorded for me after. Look at these results, guys. I know these results looks crazy, but I'm going to show you now his video, what he told me 1 week after he started implementing this knowledge. I'm going to show you what he was talking about, and then just do your own decision if you want to use this knowledge or if you don't want to use this knowledge. But I believe that, look, in a matter of few days, he was making already $866 just in 1 week. Just, it's insane, I believe, for the guy who never heard about e-commerce before. And when he started another month, just look, after 7 days, it's already $1,700, All these numbers, they have to motivate you, If person who was constantly postponing and finding excuses if he started and he did these numbers, I honestly don't see any reasons why you cannot, especially after I provided you such a valuable knowledge.
Hi guys, I purchased the Advanced E-Commerce Mentorship Program last week. I'm actually right on it. I absolutely love it because the content is amazing. It's very straightforward to the point. It has everything you need to know how to become a successful e-commerce seller. Thank you, Blue World Commerce.
And look, here is other successful students who followed exact same strategies, literally all exact same strategies which I just showed you. Just look at these numbers. Amar made $1,450 in 1 day. This is just something crazy, And look at Daniel, $593 in just 1 day. Or even Mahat. Mahat actually is one of the most successful guys. I show him here also just to understand that all the numbers are different. That someone is doing $500, someone is doing $6,000, all people are different. Mahat is not an exception because he had a bigger budget, and he had more free time, so we really worked with him like a lot of time together. So he reached these numbers, like $6,500 in just 1 day. You know, that's something insane, you know. And I believe that everyone can achieve this as long as you're implementing all this knowledge. Guys, I'll be honest, I can show hundreds of successful students, hundreds of them. This is just few of them, you know. I cannot make for you 5-hour presentation showing all of them, you know. It's just only few, whoever I was able to pick from my laptop. Look at Mohammed as well, $958 in just half of the day, in 12 hours. Crazy, you know. Thomas as well, this is a screenshot of his, actually from his Instagram. He made for me a post. I reposted it in my stories as well. You can find it there, like $5,390 in one day. That was just something crazy. As well, he's plus minus same level as Mahad, you know. They were the guys who I'm so proud of. And here is David as well. Look at him, $6,300 in 1 month, which is also very great, you know. It's not like in one day, it's in a month, but it's also very great numbers, you know, considering the guy who never heard about e-commerce at all, you know. I am really proud of all of them. I'm proud about David or Mohammed as much as I'm proud about Thomas, you know. And look, guys, it's just all it takes is just 8 orders a day, you know, to make over like $210,000 a year. You know, it's insane, right? Just 8 orders and you're completely, you know, like operating in the different league. Guys, I'll be honest, it's impossible for me to show everything you need to get results in a 40 minutes presentation. I mean, I tried to cover as much as possible, but it's just no chance for me to show everything. So right now you've seen everything and you have 2 choices. Number 1 is go the hard way, learn everything by yourself, implement all this knowledge, learn from your own mistakes without any professional assistance, which will probably cost you thousands, you know, because as I told you before, all my mistakes, they cost me a lot. My first shop cost me $2,000. One of the latest ones, Heysandra.ae, cost me $20,000. You know, it's crazy how much I paid for my mistakes until I finally decided to invest in mentor, you know. And option number 2 is get it right from the start by being coached step by step by someone who has done it successfully multiple times. Get assigned to a specialist of my team and start getting results straight away before losing any money. There is literally no risk for you. It's a completely risk-free. So now let me tell you a few words about second option. Technically, I've created the educational program that no one else experienced before. I call it Advanced E-commerce Mentorship Program. Who does it work for mainly? You know, it fits for complete beginners, for dropshippers with or without any experience, for online store owners, you know, for anyone who wants to quit their 9-to-5 job, anyone who has failed making money online. This program is literally for everyone as long as you're willing to invest your time into this. And let me tell you, what if I will assign you with a specialist of my team and he will be personally working with you for as long as it takes until you hit at least $10,000 a month with your online store. He'll be working with you step by step, starting from picking the best niche products, helping with store creation, and show you the exact applications which I'm using in my shops, which all other of my students are using, you know. He'll provide you with trainings you need to scale your online store and provide you with all the support and help you need, you know. And apart that, you will also learn all these product research techniques, you know. You will get the access to the module which will show you multiple ways exactly how and where to beat, how to find the hot winning products, you know. We'll decode what the winning product criteria is and also what kind of products to avoid selling. All this knowledge is up to date, it's all super fresh, and you will go through all of this information with a specialist. How does it sound for you? Tell me honestly. You know, apart that, you will learn influencer marketing. You know, the value of this model is $697. All the secrets how I'm collaborating with influencers, how I'm picking them up, which criteria I'm looking at, all this knowledge, which soft I'm using when I'm talking about influencers. All these little secrets I'm showing in the program as well. Apart that, you will know all the Facebook ads, testing and scaling strategies. That's, I believe, one of the most important things I would like to talk about. I wasn't able to show it here because it takes hours to implement all the knowledge, to show how this knowledge works. It's literally hours and hours to know every single phase. Only scaling phase, I'm using like 4 or 5 different stages, and I just cannot show them here. It will take me hours, and that's what you will get access to if you will work with a specialist of my team. And apart that, also very important, you will learn secret conversion hacks. You will learn the secrets that 99.8% of new marketers doesn't know. In this section, we will uncover the top conversion rate hacks that will help turn visitors into buyers. The information in this section separates the amateurs from the real top 7-figure e-commerce experts like me. You will learn exactly how to write a compelling product descriptions for any product. The simplest of changes can have massive effects. Just a 1% increase in conversion rate can result in huge profits. Just think about this 1%. When you're talking about $100,000 a month, 1% is $1,000. It's a crazy improvement. And the value of this model is $397. It's not cheap, but all this information is worth it. And apart that, you will also have a lifetime access to my educational platform and to all the video materials, all the PDF files, text files, including all future updates, which I will keep posting. And apart that, I have 2 more bonuses for you guys. You remember talking about Turbo theme? You will get this Shopify theme Turbo absolutely free. I know that it's $400 per theme, but I'm going to give you all of them absolutely free. Your assistant will send you them at the first day when you'll be assigned to the program. That's just, to help you to make your design of the website outstanding, to make it phenomenal, just to make sure that your success is inevitable. And bonus number 2, this is the best part, guys. Trust me, this is the best part. It's available only today and only for you, for people who is watching this video right now. You'll get my personal WhatsApp number, and I will help you pick the niche for your new online store. It will be not your personal assistant, it will be me personally. We'll have a 30-minute chat where I will analyze which niche will fit you the best, according to your experience, interest, your goals, your starting capital, according to your free time, According to all these things, I will ask you a few questions and I will see which niche will fit you best. And I will do my best to give you the most fitable niche for you. This is the bonus number 2. So tell me honestly, would that be worth your time and money? Look at my results. This is the results of some of my shops, $15,000 a day is totally normal numbers for me. 16,000, it's nothing crazy. And just think about this, it's in average, it's around $450,000 every single month. And this is numbers, I'm not talking in this model, but that's what I'm doing personally. And why I'm doing such a big numbers, because I have a huge experience. Because back in the time I invested in my mentor, the guy who was number 1 in the market. I truly appreciate that at that time he picked me, and he was able to share with me all this knowledge, which I'm sharing with you right now in this video. But tell me honestly, would these numbers be worth your time and your money? And are these results motivate you? Don't you want to do like 46, 39K per week with your online shops and spend only a few hours on them per every single week? I think it's just crazy, and my educational program has created results like this, This is the results of my students, $1,600 a day, $4,600 a day, and $48,000 is just half of the month. This is something crazy, This is just phenomenal numbers, honestly. So, I'll be honest with you guys, just don't get too excited, because not everyone can get into this program. I take it very seriously, and I have to analyze who can get in and who doesn't. And since each student works with a personal assistant, I can't accept everyone. It's impossible. I have a limited amount of assistants, and we have only limited amount of spots, One specialist can accept only 5 to 7 students maximum. And honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care about quantity, no. Quality is what matters. That's why even if you're willing to pay for this right now, I cannot guarantee you can get into this. That's just, I want to try to be with you as transparent as possible. So let's talk about the price, guys. The price of the program is $1,997. But for every one of you who want to apply, I'm not saying you will, but for everyone who want to apply into this program today, The price is $997, including personal assistant, plus lifetime access, plus all bonuses for free, including the bonuses I mentioned before, turbo theme, and my WhatsApp number where we're going to communicate with you about your niche selection. Keep in mind that the payment is available in 2 options. You can pay in full payment $997 in one payment. You can do it in 2 monthly installments of $499 each, or 3 monthly installments of $350 each. It's totally up to you which options you prefer. But as I said, don't get too excited. That's the price, but it doesn't mean you can get into this. So what's the next step after this? If you want to make a change, then make a change, you know. If you feel you want to join the program, if you feel you want to work with my assistant as long as it takes till you make $10,000 a month, if you want to learn from the best of the best, then what you need to do, just simply open your Instagram and DM me, I'm in. What I will do after this, I will ask you a few questions just to see if we can work with you. I need to check if we still have available spots, which of the specialists will fit you, and if I can be sure that you are the right person who will fit in our program. And after this, then you're going to be able to enroll, you're going to be able to pay for all these things. But as I said, the first step is to text me, and I'm going to have a little interview with you. It's going to be a personal chat with me, not with my assistants, only with me. And after this, I will see if you're a great fit and if we can start working with you. So guys, as I said, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked all this knowledge. If you feel you don't want to join the program, still, please implement all this knowledge and go and create the shop right now. I know without assistance it's going to be a bit harder, but don't waste the opportunity. The most successful people in the world is the people who is taking action right now. So just go and do it, guys. I believe in all of you. Peace and love, and take care, guys. Bye bye.